Under the golden caress of the sun, a picturesque farm unfolds, where nature's beauty is on full display. Colorful flowers bloom in vibrant patches, painting the landscape with beauty and vitality. In the heart of this idyllic scene, a mother duck sits patiently on her nest, a symbol of maternal love and anticipation. She lovingly watches over her precious cargo, eagerly awaiting the arrival of her ducklings, her heart filled with hope. The first crack appears, a delicate fracture on the smooth shell, heralding new life within. One by one, fluffy yellow ducklings emerge, their tiny chirps filling the nest as they nuzzle against their mother's warm feathers. The mother duck watches with tender eyes, her heart swelling with maternal love for her newly hatched brood. A shadow of concern crosses her face as she notices the last egg, larger and gray, stubbornly remains unhatched, a silent enigma among its lively siblings. Within the cozy confines of the nest, a gray egg splinters, heralding the arrival of a large, ungainly duckling. Its muted gray feathers stand in stark contrast to the vibrant yellow of its nestmates, its beak unusually long. A hush falls over the nest as the small yellow ducklings cease their cheerful peeping and waddling. All eyes fixate on the newcomer, their innocent curiosity palpable in the air. A ripple of giggles breaks the silence, a mixture of surprise and amusement echoing through the downy haven. Under the bright, indifferent sun, the ugly duckling waddles with clumsy steps, longing to join his siblings. A chorus of mocking quacks rises as his siblings turn away, their rejection cutting deeper than any blade. Whispers slither through the farmyard as the other animals point and snicker, their cruel amusement amplifying his isolation. His siblings play, their joy a stark contrast to his silent sorrow. Head hung low, a palpable wave of sadness washes over him as he watches them, the weight of his loneliness heavy on his small shoulders. Heartbreak weighs heavy as the duckling makes his solemn decision to leave the only home he's ever known. He pauses, his small form silhouetted against the vast, indifferent sky, and casts one last, lingering look at the farm. With newfound resolve hardening his gaze, the duckling turns his back on the familiar, his path leading toward an unknown horizon. Each step is a testament to his courage, carrying him further away from rejection toward a destiny yet unwritten. The vibrant greens and golds of the farm begin to blur, the landscape shrinking as the duckling journeys onward. The farm becomes a distant memory, swallowed by the horizon, leaving the duckling alone but undeterred in his quest for belonging. In a vast field bathed in sunlight, a lone duckling waddles through towering grass, his tiny shadow stretching long behind him. He passes a flock of indifferent chickens, their beady eyes dismissing him as they peck at the earth. A family of rabbits, equally unimpressed, nibbles clover, their noses twitching without a glance in his direction. Ominous clouds darken the sky, and a gust of wind whips through the field, heralding an approaching storm. As rain pours down, drenching his small frame, the duckling presses onward, his unbroken spirit shining through his shivering body. Sunlight barely pierces the dusty windows of the small, quaint cottage, casting long shadows across the room. I, the duckling, huddle in a dark corner, desperate for warmth and a sense of belonging. An old woman shuffles about, seemingly unaware of my distress, her presence adding to the feeling of isolation. A sleek cat watches me with cold disdain, its eyes like chips of ice, adding to the unspoken hostility. A plump hen clucks with disapproval, each sound a hammer blow to my already fragile sense of self-worth as I feel utterly alone. Lost and alone, the duckling stumbles upon a secluded lake, its surface mirroring the gray winter sky. Winter's icy grip tightens, a bitter cold descending upon the desolate landscape, challenging the duckling's fragile existence. He huddles in the snow, a solitary figure seeking warmth against the encroaching frost. Dreams of sun-drenched days and gentle breezes offer a fleeting solace from the harsh reality. Spring breathes life into the thawing lake, its surface mirroring the awakening world. under a gentle Sunday. The duckling, now grown, watches with a mix of awe and yearning as a flock of swans graces the sky. Their white feathers cut through the clear blue, symbols of freedom against the boundless sky. An unspoken desire flickers within the duckling's heart, a dream of soaring among the clouds. Yet, a shadow of self-doubt lingers, holding him captive to the water's edge. "I am too ugly," the duckling thinks, the words a heavy weight against the lightness of the spring air. Upon the tranquil lake, swans descend like feathered clouds, their white plumage radiant under the sun's tender gaze. A solitary duckling, a speck of brown against the shimmering blue, nervously ventures towards the majestic swans. Doubt clouds his small features as he anticipates the sting of rejection, his heart heavy with apprehension. He lowers his head, bracing himself for their scorn, his posture mirroring a deep sense of shame. The water reflects his uncertainty as he approaches, each ripple a question in the silent drama of acceptance and isolation. Sunlight glistens on the serene lake, where a lone duckling pauses at the water's edge. He stares intently at his reflection, the image shimmering with each gentle ripple. Gone is the awkward, ungainly creature. In its place, a swan of breathtaking beauty emerges. A wave of astonishment washes over him as he beholds his majestic transformation. Realization dawns. He was never meant to be like the others, destined for a different path. The swan spreads his wings, ready to embrace his true identity and soar into the boundless sky. The lone swan glides across the serene lake, sunlight shimmering on the water's surface. Other swans approach, their white feathers ruffled by a gentle breeze, curiosity in their eyes. With graceful movements, they encircle him, a silent welcome in their elegant dance. Acceptance radiates from the group as they acknowledge him as one of their own, dissolving his solitude. A profound sense of belonging washes over him, a new chapter unfolding on the tranquil lake. The swan, once hidden, now unfurls his powerful wings, ready to embrace the vast sky. With a surge of strength, he ascends, leaving the still waters behind. He joins the graceful dance of the other swans, their white forms against the blue canvas. Circling above the tranquil lake, he revels in the exhilaration of flight and newfound belonging. The sun catches his feathers as he soars, a symbol of freedom and self-discovery against the endless horizon. A flashback to a simpler time on the farm, now tainted with the sting of memory. The small, awkward duckling stands alone, his feathers ruffled not by wind, but by the scorn of others. Cruel eyes watch him, each gaze a tiny arrow aimed at his vulnerable heart. Taunting voices rise, their words like stones, chipping away at his fragile sense of self. The air vibrates with the echoes of ridicule, each sound a painful reminder of his perceived inadequacy. This moment, frozen in time, encapsulates the immense distance he has traveled on his arduous journey of self-discovery. As the sun dips below the horizon, a lone swan commands the tranquil lake, his feathers radiant in the fading light. He moves with effortless grace, cutting through the still water, a picture of serene solitude. A warm, golden glow envelops the lake, bathing the swan in a celestial embrace. His white plumage shines brilliantly against the darkening waters, a beacon of purity and peace. Surrounded by his newfound family, the swan exudes an aura of contentment, his journey culminating in a scene of idyllic harmony. Under the silvery gaze of the moon, a tranquil lake cradles a family of swans, their forms like porcelain against the dark water. One swan, set apart from the others, contemplates the long, winding journey that brought him to this serene moment. He reflects on the trials endured, the lessons etched into his very being, a silent acknowledgement of battles fought and wisdom gained. A profound realization dawns that his uniqueness, his divergence from the flock, is not a flaw but a badge of honor, a source of strength. A gentle smile graces his beak as he embraces his true self, a silent vow to cherish the individuality that sets him soaring above the rest.